We are broadcasting live from our NICU at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. My name is Corey. I work on the social media team. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is a very special day. It's Giving Tuesday, a day for individuals and businesses to open their hearts and open their wallets to support important charities like Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. Today, our goal is to raise $50,000 to purchase and install webcams in our NICU. Because for critically ill or premature babies that enter our NICU, they can spend weeks or even months in our hospital. And this can be a very difficult time for families. And it can be even more difficult when families are not able to be here every minute in our NICU next to their baby. That's why we're raising money to purchase webcams in our NICU, so parents and families will have the opportunity to see and interact with their baby in our NICU when they're not able to be here in person. But to make this happen, we need your support. We need you to make a donation today on Giving Tuesday at chw.org/help us. And to make your decision even easier, AccuNet Mortgage has graciously offered to match all donations made today up to $25,000. That means every donation you make today will be doubled. But you have to make your donation today at chw.org/help us. Now, a little bit later in this broadcast, we're going to talk more about the webcams in our NICU, and I'm going to introduce you to one of our amazing neonatologists. But first, I want to introduce you to Tracy and her 6-month-old daughter, Stella. And when you hear Stella's story, think about the impact your donation can have on a family just like this. Tracy, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for letting us into your NICU room.
Yes, thank you for coming. So Stella was born 6 weeks early, but she was extremely growth restricted. So she was only 1 pound, 13 ounces when she was born. We were actually over at Columbia St. Mary's for almost 2 months, just growing. When we realized that there was something wrong with her heart and she wasn't eating the way she should be for her age, we got transferred over to here mid-August. And over here we had the amazing ability to go down and get GI scans right away. She met with the pulmonary hypertension team immediately. It was like just coming into a whole different world where all of a sudden she was just whisked away and getting all the care that she needed immediately.
And so when you were pregnant with Stella, did you anticipate needing a NICU?
I did. Her story is special in its own case, where they had told me for 4 months that she wasn't going to make it, that she was going to pass away. So the fact that we're in a NICU at all is impressive. Mm-hmm. So even though we'll celebrate 6 months in the hospital on Friday, I'm just fortunate to still have her here with us. Yes, I did.
So to be clear, Stella has never been home.
She has never left a hospital.
It's amazing. And so for those first 2 months, you were at another NICU,
Correct.
And then you were transferred here. Can you talk about, what were the reasons for needing to come to our NICU?
It's the best in the country, and we're lucky enough to have it, in my backyard. I live in the Milwaukee area. She needed surgery for her heart, and they have the Herma Heart Institute here, and so it was just the place that we needed to be to get her home.
And for the entire 6 months of her life, all she's ever known is a hospital, and this has been your place to parent her, is that right?
Right.
And I understand, though, that her journey hasn't always been easy.
No.
You said there was a time when you weren't even sure if she was going to make it. Is that right?
Yeah, and then after her heart surgery, she had a very, very rough couple of days, almost a week. Actually, her nurse, Jen, that's here with her right now, was with her. We were told to prepare for the absolute worst, and I sat in the hallway next to doctors at 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. They were here with her around the clock, just trying to help us bring her home. And honestly, without them, she wouldn't be here today. I know that for a fact.
And so, there are a lot of things that happen in our NICU that happen to make this experience as comfortable for you and your family as possible. And I know our staff is definitely part of that. But also, there is a camera here in your NICU room. And so for those who are tuning in right now, we're raising money today to help purchase webcams in our NICU, so families like this will have the opportunity to check in on their baby via webcam. And some of our rooms have already got the webcams installed, but many do not. And that's why we're raising money today at chw.org/help us. All of your donations today will be doubled thanks to AccuNet Mortgage, and your donations today will support our installation and purchase of these webcams in our NICU. So can you talk about what it was like when these cameras were first introduced to your family in this NICU room?
Yeah, I was one of the first people to be signed up and ready to go on it. That night, I got my username and password, and I worked with the nurses and the doctors to figure it out. And starting that evening, I leave here around 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I'll check in on her a couple times a night. And if she has not moved from her bed, if she's still sleeping, then I don't even call and ask for an update, because I know that she's fine and I can just go to sleep and not have to worry about anything. If I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can turn on my phone and see that she's still sleeping and see that everything's fine. I know some moms who are pumping exclusively, like go onto the camera and are able to see their baby, and that helps with pumping.
Yeah.
And I've had to go back to work right away because, as you can imagine, being in a hospital for 6 months, you still have to work. I'm able to check and see how she's doing throughout the day, which has been a lifesaver.
And there are families up and down the halls here at Children's Hospital Wisconsin in our NICU that have very similar experiences with babies in our NICU that have been here for weeks and months at a time. And that's why we're asking for your support today to help us raise money to purchase these webcams so all the families in our NICU have the same experience. And you can do that today at chw.org/help us. All your donations today are being doubled thanks to AccuNet Mortgage. Now, I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Ehlert. She's one of our amazing neonatologists. And Dr. Ehlert, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hearing Stella's story is it's incredible. It really is. I think for a lot of families out there that have never been to our hospital or who may not know a family with a baby in our NICU, hearing that story might seem so foreign to them. But you care for families like this every day in our NICU, is that right?
We do. We have the largest NICU in the region that can provide level 4 neonatal care, which is the highest level of care available to take care of some of our sickest babies.
So let's kind of start from the beginning. When we say we have a NICU, what does that mean exactly?
Sure. So a neonatal intensive care unit is a place where infants who are born can be cared for. There are many conditions that might require a baby to be hospitalized in a NICU. Most people think of it as a place for a premature infant to continue being cared for, and that is a lot of what we take care of, but we really take care of any newborn that might have problems outside, the realm of what might be able to be cared for, in a regular newborn nursery. So we see lots of full-term infants who might have birth defects or need the specialty services that only we can provide at Children's.
And so our NICU is unique in that it's a level 4 NICU, which, as I understand, is the highest level you can get.
Yep, it is the highest level of care we can provide in the region.
So that means that we're caring for some of the sickest babies.
We are, and we have babies that travel many miles in order to receive the care that only we can provide at Children's.
And that's important to know. That means the families that are in our NICU don't just live in the Milwaukee area. They could be traveling from across the state and across the Midwest or even across the country to come here. And so, Dr. Ehlert, when you hear stories like Stella's story, how does it make you feel knowing that we have the opportunity to have these cameras in all of our NICU rooms?
So, we don't just take care of babies at Children's, we're taking care of families.
Yeah.
And one of the hardest things I think a family has to do every night is say goodnight to their baby and know that they can't take their baby home with them.
Yeah.
And so what the camera does is it allows for that continued contact, and it allows that bonding to keep happening, and it allows the family to really still feel like they're a part of the baby's care even when they can't be here.
Yeah, it is truly an amazing thing. And for everybody who's tuning in right now, I would encourage you, if you have a story about Children's Hospital Wisconsin that you want to share, post it in the comments section of this video. We want everybody who's watching this video to know that there are a lot of families out there, like Stella's family, that have benefited from the care that's provided at Children's Hospital Wisconsin. So take a moment now, click the like button, post your comments on this video, and let us know. Of course, we also want you to make that decision to go to chw.org/help us and make a donation today. No donation is too small, and every donation makes a difference. All your donations today are going to be doubled and matched thanks to AccuNet Mortgage. So make that donation today at chw.org/help us. And now I'd like to introduce you to another very special guest, Brian Wickert from AccuNet Mortgage. First, thank you so much for for stepping up and supporting Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. It means the world to us.
Well, you're entirely welcome, and I hope it inspires everybody out there who's watching to go ahead and click on whatever the color button. Oh, maybe it's a blue button, just like we have at Accunet Mortgage, and make a donation at chw.org/help us.
So I have to ask, why Children's Hospital of Wisconsin?
Well, about 15 years ago, when we had one of our first really good years, I was talking to one of our minority owners who was on the board of Children's about, well, you know, what do you do when you come into some money? And he suggested that we set up a foundation. And we decided at that time to focus on preventative care and wellness. Because as a business owner, you notice something. Health insurance premiums keep going up. And you realize that one way to deal with that is to have healthier constituents, healthier families, healthier babies, and Children's Hospital is amazing in that regard. You know, we do acute care here in places like the NICU, but they are all over southeastern Wisconsin, including out in the Milwaukee Public Schools with a nurse program to teach, you know, how to eat, nutrition, how to brush your teeth, basics like that. So we got started there. But then my great niece, Jocelyn, was in the NICU for what I thought was a record number of months, 3 months.
Right.
And she just celebrated her 10-year discharge anniversary yesterday and is now 10 years old and in school and doing well. And then, you know, to come in here and meet Tracy, who in small wonky world, I end up knowing Tracy from our audits 10 years ago, and she's also a client, and we did not handpick her. I guarantee that. But then for a 5 to now 6 month stay is really a testament to the value of this NICU and what this Angel Eye camera system is going to do.
Yeah, and you know, when I hear Tracy's story, it reminds me of all the families that are here that might have similar journeys to some extent, that they're here for a long period of time, but they have a variety of medical conditions that they're dealing with. And I think about this camera in our NICU and how amazing that must be for these families to take that moment to check in with their daughter or their son just before they go to sleep, or maybe it's on their lunch hour when they're at work, just to be able to check in with them. Because our NICU families have lives. They might have kids at home. This could mean a lot to them. When you hear a story like Tracy's, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it's amazing. And let's not leave out the grandparents.
Yes.
I'm a grandpa now. And so, you know, what if you had a grandchild in the NICU? What a great thing to be able to look in on them anytime, you know, securely. And I understand that you can even leave a voice message for the baby.
That's right. So not only can this web camera allow the parents to grant access to other family members, so grandparents, aunts, and uncles get an opportunity to check in on the baby in our NICU. There's an opportunity for family members to leave voice messages so the family can actually see and interact with these babies, which is an amazing thing. And we're so excited to be able to offer this to all the families in our NICU. Some of the rooms have the cameras, but not all of them. That's why we're raising money today. We need your support. We need you to make a donation today at chw.org/help us. All of your donations today are going to be doubled. Thanks to Accunet Mortgage, they graciously offered to match all donations up to $25,000. And your money will help families in our NICU, just like Stella's family. And so for so many families, it can feel impossibly hard even to set their baby down for a short period of time. And when you think of everything these families have to juggle in addition to caring for their baby, I mean, traveling to and from our hospital, maintaining a job, caring for children at home, something as simple as being able to log in through their phone or through a computer to check on their baby in our NICU can mean the world to them. It can be a big difference. We're asking you to make a difference today. We're asking you to make a donation today on Giving Tuesday to support the families in Children's Hospital of Wisconsin's NICU. So make your donation right now at chw.org/help us. Thank you.